Welcome back to the My Pro Golfer channel. This morning we are here to take you through the how to learn your driver segment. If there's one area of your game that even Tiger Woods talks about you need to master, or at least know some fundamentals about it, it's getting off the tee. So today we are going to take you through how to unlock your driver no matter how consistent you hit it, and create a plan for the best opportunity for you to be as efficient as possible off the tee, so that you don't start out in a bad spot. Thanks for watching today's episode. Here at My Pro Golfer, you know we like to keep things simple. And today I've got a special gift for you to help you never miss a 5-foot putt again. Click the link below and download today. So gang, that was first swing out of the gate, and obviously if you haven't learned the olive tree method, you're not going to be able to do that right off the gate. But it's the first swing of the day. I haven't even taken my watch off, but I wanted you to understand what I've set up here. And so one of the big factors in hitting the ball well is alignment. And so you can see here I've got the black line down, I've got my white line down on my target, and my tee I kept a little bit lower to try to make myself go down at it and capture it. And then you've got these two yellow lines, and this is what I want to get out to today is, after you get a little bit loose, a little bit warmed up, you're going to have a particular shot pattern that you're going to hit. And by utilizing these yellow lines, I want you to step back after each shot and watch the ball land and say, am I inside my cone? And after about 10 shots, you'll see if your cone is too wide and needs to be tightened up, because you shouldn't have a variance out there in the world that's as wide as I've got it. And so next we're going to go through what kind of variance and shot shape that you need to hit based on your regular shot pattern to help you be the most successful on course you can be. Hey, just give me 15 seconds of your time. I want to highlight these True Linkswear golf pants. They're one of our partners on our website, and they have great materials and different options from shoes to pants to shorts to shirts to hats to head covers. They're all about enjoying the walk. I want you to go to their link, and today we just launched the new 20% off right here on our website that you can use to get 20% off of anything that they have on their website. So go to that link, check them out. I've been in these pants this morning and I wore their shorts yesterday. Just phenomenal product, check it out. So that brings me to this thought. What is the most important piece of the puzzle here with getting off the tee? And the key is what do you most often do? And so without changing your golf swing, without going through the olive tree method, what's sort of the natural thing that you do? And so it's easy just to say that most people probably slice the ball. So what we want to talk a little bit about is the ball is going to start in a slice, typically a little bit to the left here on this left yellow line, and it's going to spin. And so what I want you to do is get this line coordinated, hit yourself 2 or 3 shots with your natural slice swing, which for me is that. And that was more of a pull fade, very in play, but start getting an understanding of the spin of your shot, and then know that the more you aim left, the more it's going to spin left to right, and the more that you aim right, the more you're going to start to hit the block and the push. So understanding your movement patterns and how the tee height relates to that. So if you're trying to slice the ball less, you want to get the ball up a little bit up in the tee, just a little bit higher, and that'll help you to sort of sweep it off and create a little bit more inside out path versus a downward path on a ball tee down. So if you are here and your ball is coming out very spinny left, and when you tee it down, you want to get that club a little bit more, that ball, sorry, a little bit more up in the tee height, and that'll help you see it more in to out and allow that pattern to happen. But before making serious changes, I just want you to get used to the movement patterns that you create. So hit on your lines, hit your shots, see what they do. And every shot, I want you to step back on this target line, look at the variance. And so every shot's going to come out and land somewhere and roll somewhere. When it comes to rest, how far left
of this marker has any of those 10 balls gone or 20 balls gone, and how far right of this marker have they gone. And what I want you to do is move that around to a variance level that matches so that every shot comes inside that outer yellow line V. And what that's going to do is sort of show you visually what you have available to you. So when I stand here, for me, that line is that blue flag way out in the distance. And then for this one, it's just the right edge of the net. So everything going out on that line is available. What I want to make sure I do next is move my target line so that the furthest right and furthest left any of my golf balls go are landing in a positive spot, not a negative spot. So what do I mean by that? Well, if a ball has the ability to go 20 yards left, make sure that that's not 20 yards left into water. Move that into the side of the fairway or even into the rough that is safe. That's the focus of understanding your swing patterns and creating a variance. Understand your worst shots will still be dry or not OB when you get ready to tee it up on the golf course.
Hey, just want to remind you to not forget on getting your free gift below on how to never miss a 5-foot putt.
All right, so as advertised, you don't have to change your swing in this video in order to pull off the shots that I'm asking you to pull off. But what I want you to do is really get good at understanding what you do on average so that you can play the best golf without making major swing changes. Let's go over a fade player. So a fade player is going to be a little bit of a steeper swing. The ball is going to start a little bit left of target and spin from left to right typically. And so we want to make sure that we don't put ourselves in a position to accidentally hook it into the trouble that we're going to aim off of. And so with this variance to work, we want to really perform and perfect the movement patterns that we're already good at. So if we're going to talk specifically about a fade player, we're going to want to make sure that we don't tee it up too high in front of us, that we play it sort of just a little bit ahead of middle of our stance. So if middle of our stance is this, that's that middle rod, that's that golf ball, I want to feel about like that. Not so far that we start hitting a really high elevated shot, but something more controlled to find the fairway. So something about there where it's maybe just a couple balls off that inside heel. And what that's going to promote, and especially if we tee the ball down a little bit, is a slight covering and added spin to the from left to right to kind of make sure we quantify our movement pattern so that the shot shape that we hit is exactly what we're looking for. And so what we've got to do is continue to perform that. So once we've set up into that position and we've made that move, then we can quantify the swing, make our slicey swing, so that if we do happen to hit a straight ball, it stays just right of our trouble and fades into our safe zone, our variance zone, which is what we call the cone, making sure the ball doesn't start too far left into trouble by teeing the ball lower and getting the spin to confirm from left to right. When we do that, we make the course much more available to us versus the trouble that's around us. So knowing how to set up and making sure that your aiming point is correct comes through this proper practice of seeing the lines down, figuring out the shape of your natural swing. And you can do that just by kind of watching your peripheral vision. If you feel the club go back here and come down there, noticing that line, you know that you're probably a fade player. If you're more here and more here, then you'll notice you're more of a draw player. If you're not making the ball spin right to left with this movement, then you're doing something drastically difficult to do, and you need to get some professional help quickly. Because those two swing paths produce those two swing shapes and shot shapes of the golf ball. So let's play that fade player. Let's aim that ball all the way to the left edge of the trouble line, meaning that yellow line. Swing our natural swing. Let it fade back into play so that every time you get on that tee box, you have the confidence to know that you've taken the trouble out of play and that you're going to move the ball into that safe zone. If you like this video, like it. If you like it, subscribe. We'll see you next Thursday at 6 a.m. with another great video to help you play better golf right now.